right, friends, it's T-Man. We're back with another Blaha video. We're going to react to the gym lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slaves video. In this video, Blaha says, ever notice vegans don't care about crop deaths? Okay.
Hey everybody, it's JasonBlaha here with JasonBlaha Strength and Fitness, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a rant. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below and drop me a comment, I would appreciate it so much. And I'm going to say that, look, I don't get why vegans don't make a big deal about the crop deaths from their food. Now, the reason I say this is because I deal with these people a lot. So as you guys know, I'm anti-fad diet. I go pretty hard on the carnivores. I go really hard on the carnivores.
Why would they? They only care about the deaths of these animals and not rodents.
Because they kind of came at me originally, and I pushed back and realized how crazy they were. I didn't even know about them until some of them started literally making hate videos about me for promoting vegetables and carbohydrates.
They made hate videos about Blaha? Vegans? What hate videos by vegans? Whatever, they don't even know you're alive.
But the vegans, you know, I always have occasional vegans who really try to start things with me. They come over, they start arguments and stuff on my
they do they?
My Facebook, of course.
They do they?
Hate stuff about me.
Yeah.
And the thing that always puzzles me is this whole thing with the crop death and the stuff about me. And the thing that always puzzles me is this whole thing with the crop death. And the reason I'm going to point this out, they always pull this, well, meat eaters, or they'll call them carnists, they cause more because technically their animals eat grains and whatever, so therefore they cause more. Okay, but here's my point. They act like the crop deaths matter less. In other words, they pull this, well, it's not intentional, but it is intentional. Meaning there's plenty of intent. Tons of the crop deaths, millions and millions of them. I can assure you there were millions of small animals intentionally killed to feed you your agricultural products, your crops that you eat in your lifetime, millions of them. And they were intentionally killed, and oftentimes horrifically. More brutal death than the humane slaughter of the food animals. And I could make the point that if you were not going out of your way to find ways to minimize that, what if you're killing an extra million of them every year just because of the specific plants that you pick? You could possibly be causing more. They're like, well, meat eaters cause more. Not necessarily. What about grass-fed beef? Are you telling me grass-fed beef out in the field that's not grain finished causes more crop deaths than your soybeans or your oats or anything else? Are you sure? Or your carrots? I guarantee you it's less. Guarantee you it's less. Because they don't have to continually redo it in there to deal with it. The full pesticide load and then dealing with poisoning and then chopping them up at the harvest and everything. So it's a very high number. And my point is the counter argument of, well, it's not what it is intentional. And you can't claim that it's not intentional. That's a lie. So again, they like to lie. But then they'll fall back over to, you know, which would normally be a reasonable response. Well, it's unavoidable because I have.
They're just lying to themselves. I love this unavoidable part.
To eat. Okay.
Okay.
You have to eat.
You have to eat. Do you have to eat plants? No. You don't have to.
Fair enough.
They choose to, like Blaha.
Do you have to eat as much? I mean, if they're going to make this moral argument.
You think at this point Blaha would have figured out it's the plants that have destroyed his physique. They do destroy your look. When you're a young person, you're growing up, let's say you're still eating some slave food diet, you're eating meat, of course, growing up. It's not so bad, right? But still, you know that your development is not that great, because when you look at these like looks maxing community channels and these other people, then they go, okay, I completely eliminated plants and I'm just on a meat diet, and some go even raw. They look even better, like their look comes out even better. So think about that. What is actually destroying your look? The slave food diet. So if you continuously keep eating the slave food diet and exercising, what do you think is actually going on there? Like, if Blaha has not figured it out at this point at 48, then he's never gonna figure it out, and it's just gonna be downhill from there. Just like that I am longevity guy. What? I don't get internet, man. Over 100,000 subscribers that guy has, and he doesn't reflect longevity, bro. Get it? Because he looks oldgevity. Old. He should call himself oldgevity. It's ridiculous. He eats slave food diet. He just is doing exercise on TRT, something artificial, jumping around, like Blaha. At least Blaha admits to it. He says, "Yeah, I'm on TRT, primobalin, testosterone, blah blah, bullshit stuff, whatever," and doing this crazy exercise stuff in his garage. You know, it's the same vegan communities, just the same garbage.
Wouldn't they be like, well, I should probably find a way to eat 20 or 30% less so that maybe 500,000 mice and rabbits get saved?
Okay.
Do you not
So
care
just eat less, so starve more. Okay.
about them?
Yeah. Don't worry, your government.
And that's the point.
Don't worry, your government is gonna do it for you soon. You'll see.
They don't. They don't
You're
ever.
gonna see, man. They're gonna starve you. They're gonna torture you, bro. That's their whole agenda, man, to destroy mankind, to get rid of you, because the elite, there's a lot of them around now. There's a lot of more rich people than you would normally see. And you know what? You're just cluttering their space for them now. Now it's survival of the richest. That's really what's coming. It's the survival of the richest. And the poor, they don't need you no more. They got AI, robots. They don't really need you anymore. They need some people, something, but the technical people will take care of the technical things that they need to do. The machines will do the rest. So really, it's, the rich will survive. Poor will die. Survival of the rich.
Make a big deal. You don't ever see them getting up doing that. No, they'll scream and yell and protest and virtue signal and block people and threaten people. Like, how many vegans out there? I think y'all need to die. I mean, we have at least one of them on the tubes who we know does this.
Yeah, sure.
Literally hates anyone who eats meat. Wants to
Feel every touch.
does this. Literally hates anyone who eats meat. Wants their death. Right?
Yeah, they want to see you dead. They hate people that eat meat, and they hate people. So think about that. The poor people are promoting vegan diets. Elite people are not promoting veganism, vegan diets. They're busy making money. What do? They put out this agenda, and who's actually promoting it? The slaves promote it to the other slaves to destroy themselves. That's how smart the elite people are. They allow these people to just destroy themselves. People believe whatever you tell them. Well, the ignorant people, the dumb people, that's why they're not making it in this life. If you believe, that word is strong, believe in what people tell you, you really need to check yourself out. Look in the mirror and take a good look at yourself in the mirror. And believe me, I thought there were some people that were intelligent online, but the moment they opened their mouth and they regurgitated this beliefs that they had, these fake beliefs, I lost all respect for them. You understand me? I've lost all respect for these people because of their beliefs. Now, believe me, some of them, they talk to me. I know their channels, but I'm so surprised that some people's at their age, that they still carry these fake beliefs. They haven't gotten over it at this point. So when people say you get wiser as you get older, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. I don't know. Me personally, I don't believe in anything. I just go off experiences, facts. I look for other people's experiences. I learn from their experiences, and then I try to connect those experiences to see if there's a pattern to that experience. Then I'll know if something's working, not working, or whatever. See what I mean?
They'll get up and they'll block people in milk aisles and food aisles. They'll do all that. But they won't scream and cry over the animals that still had to die for them to live, right?
Sure, that's
so
right.
Over these others that people choose to eat.
That's right.
But then again, intentional death was caused for their food too. They'll throw in virtue signal at them. They'll scream and cry and protest.
Yeah.
They'll do that. Why do these same people not show the same compassion towards the animals that had to unfortunately die, according to them, to heat? Like, why do we not see the same level of mourning? If they really pull, well, all animals are equal, and they pull this nonsense, but they cause more than I do, so then the ones that you do don't matter. That's what you're saying. If you cause less, then those animals don't matter. Because they sure don't get up and mourn about them. I have never seen vegans get up and make reels and cry and be in tears over the fact that they know that these animals have to die slow, often painful deaths out in the fields, being poisoned or being chopped up in the harvesters in massive numbers for them to eat their plants even. I don't see them getting up and crying about it the same way they do about the other. That's definitely hypocrisy, and that speaks volumes. Like, if they really and truly cared to the degree that they pretend to, and they virtue signal, because it is virtue signaling. This is a form of narcissistic behavior that they engage in. It's virtue signaling towards some crazy fad diet, right? If they truly believed it, they would literally be making content of, I get really depressed about the fact that me surviving requires this death. That I am horrified.
Him surviving, he requires these animals to die for Blaha. Wow, those poor animals. I feel sorry for them, man. They had to die to feed Blaha, to keep this monster alive. Okay.
And I cry and mourn for those rabbits,
Sure,
and
yeah.
those mice, and those snakes. Those cute
snakes
little
and
bunnies
mice
that are
and
having
rabbits,
to
yes.
die
They've got to mourn for them, yes.
for my crops.
Yes.
And I
Don't forget the insects.
know that I have to eat, and I don't have a choice because I want to live. But it depresses me, and I mourn for them as much as I mourn for the cow that lived to be 2 years old and lived a...
They don't care about anything. They're humans. They don't know anything, man. They're dumb. They just go off fake beliefs. You understand me? Like everybody else in this world. They just have these crazy beliefs.
got to be fattened up and lived a nice long life and had a humane
You know, it's
son.
funny. People are like, well, I believe that I'll be healthy eating the slave food diet. I believe I should be living this lifestyle. Why do you believe in anything? See what I mean? Here's the thing. Do you need belief in nature? No, because nature is all around you. You don't need to believe in it because it exists. It's all around you. Now, this lifestyle is fake. It's man-made. So you need to believe in it. That's the difference. People don't even realize what they believe in. That's why you have to believe in what? Religion. It's based on what? Believe. Have faith and believe. Get it? But you don't have to have faith or believe in nature because it exists. It's there. It's all around you, man. You understand me? But this guy here, like Blaha, believe that exercise is healthy for you. It's a belief you have, but in fact, in reality, exercise, it's your gut instinct tells you it's not healthy for you. You just know it's a bad thing. Because why is it a bad thing? Because you don't want to do it. Because you feel bad doing it. You don't really feel good. The only reason why you feel good after the exercise is because your body goes, holy fuck, man, we were dying. And so it gives you these endorphins to make you feel good afterward because we just went through a traumatic event. We almost died. But Blaha doesn't listen. There's many people out there, they don't even listen to their natural instincts. You understand me? They listen to beliefs. That's why I say in my videos, I've lost all respect for I lose respect quickly for all these people when they start bringing up words like belief, bro, get it? Or they emphasize something which is based on belief and they just It comes out of their mouth, and you start arguing and screaming and yelling as if their belief is real. Get it? Which is more insane. It's crazy. The people that are out there, it's just absolutely, they're absolutely gone, man.
I cry for it just as much as that cow. They don't ever make that.
I cry just so much for that cow. Well, I cry when people tell me that a weight is going to build a muscle, bro. Get it? But it's based on belief.
Content. Why? Because they don't actually care. They do not care at all.
I like how Blah says they do not care. Baha believes they do not care, but maybe they have an agenda. Maybe it's something else.
Farce. It's a front. It is for.
I don't know. Look, a lot of people do things for specific reasons. I don't know. Get it? I don't know why they're doing it. You have to ask them. Is it for profit? For what? What is it for exactly?
Them to virtue signal and pretend to be morally superior. That's it.
Virtually signaling to be morally superior. Morally superior. Morals don't exist out in nature. But people will tell you in this reality here where they live in this matrix, well, that's, it's applicable. Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever.
In fact, you would see some of them literally getting so depressed that they have other risk and problems due to them saying, hey, my existence.
They're depressed because their food makes them depressed. That's why, because it's depressing.
And me reproducing and having children is causing all these extra deaths. If they
really? Okay.
really believed any of that, they would be looking at that and be depressed about that fact. There would be other sorts of other mental health risks that I won't say.
I think you should be depressed not having any kids. If I was Blaha, I'd be depressed not having any children.
It shouldn't be hard to figure out what they are. They should at that point be questioning their own existence.
Yeah.
But you don't really see many of them do that, do you, on that end?
I guess.
Again, because it's not about the animals.
Yeah.
It is about them feeling morally superior. That's it. That's the whole point. And then being part of a cult and feeling inclusive in it. That's it. That's the whole spiel for all of them. And this pretty much proves it. It's their position on it. Well, it's less than they do. Okay, so you don't care about it. Just admit it. Any more than we care about the cows that we eat.
Ontario's trusted.
All right, friends, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.